I've been thinking about my funeral. You're probably like, why? This is a morbid start to this channel, and I know it is. But today, when I was on a walk, there was a spider on me. Now, it didn't bite me, at least I don't think, but it made me think about the end. It made me think about what I wanted, and I've been putting this off because death honestly scares me, okay? It scares me, and it scared me for so long, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to talk about my funeral because, you know what? Exposure therapy. Where do we start? We start with the guest list, who I'm inviting to my funeral. Firstly, I don't want my parents coming to my funeral. I don't want my parents coming to my funeral, and I don't want my biological family coming to my funeral. They have never given a shit about me, and I doubt that they would give a shit if I died. And I don't need that pity. I don't need that energy. I don't need them to be negative Nancy's and be like, oh, like, I'll miss them, when they never cared when I was alive. Who I am inviting, though, are my besties. They are coming. They are coming. My 3 besties are going to be at my funeral. And also my cat is coming to my funeral as well. Because, I mean, she's my cat. She's my pride and joy. She is coming with me. She can never die. This is my sacrifice, okay? If I die, she can never die. She is immortal, okay? She is immortal. And the third person who I'm inviting, yes, is going to be a small ceremony because I don't have many friends. But the third person I'm inviting is Luke Hemmings. And you're probably like, why Luke Hemmings? Because someone has to provide the music for my funeral. And I can bet on him to provide that music, that sweet, sweet music. And also, to all the people on my guest list, you can bring a +1 with you, okay? You can bring a +1 with you, and those +1s can bring a +1 as well, and so it just continues on, and so therefore there's going to be like a bunch of people at my funeral that don't really give a shit about me, but that doesn't matter, okay? They're just there for the vibes. They're there because, like, my funeral isn't going to be like any other funeral. Because I don't want it to be like any other funeral, okay? That would be boring. And I don't want people to be, like, sad. Like, they are allowed to grieve, okay? There will be therapy, free therapy. Like, there will be a room. I don't know, like, I'm imagining it's just like a small, like, convention hall, and there's like a side room where people can like cry. Like it's like a safe space, you know? It's a safe space, and like people, like, there will be like bean bags, there will be like cushions, you know, just like comfort items, and there will also be like a TV, and it will be like playing like movies and stuff like that, and people can just like chill, you know? Because like I feel like funerals are just overstimulating. Like, I've been to one funeral, and it was not great. I would not recommend it, and I don't think I would ever go to another funeral again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the people who invite me to their funerals. It's depressing. We're now moving on to the ceremony. This is how I want it to go. My casket is going to be empty, because it's traumatic, okay? Can we just talk about how traumatic it is for like an open casket to be there? Like, it's trauma. It's traumatic, and I don't want to traumatize my guests, okay? So my body won't be in there. It will be like a pretty casket, you know? It will be like a really like painted, like artistic casket. You know, it's going to look so comfortable. And in that casket is going to be opened, and there's going to be like a bunch of flowers, and everyone can put like flowers in it, and everyone can put like little trinkets that like remind them of me. And yes, Luke Hemmings has to also put like something in there, okay? He's invited, and you know what? He has to put something in there, okay? That's what I expect from all the people invited. It's going to be like a small event again, but there will probably be like a lot of people if everyone is bringing like a +1. But I do want Luke Hemmings to be at at the front on like a piano, and he's going to be like doing the piano at the end of A Beautiful Dream, but it's just that on repeat for like the whole ceremony. The dress code, I want people to look hot. I want people to look hot. I want them to put the fun in funeral, okay? I need them to look smoking hot for me. I need them to look like they are on a runway. And I want them to look good while they're giving out their eulogies for me, okay? And the only people I want giving eulogies are my besties. Those are the only people I want speaking. Everyone else should shut the fuck up. Luke Hemmings also has to make a speech. But like I'm not expecting him to make like an emotional speech, and I don't want him to make an emotional speech because he doesn't know me. I want him to bring the comedy. I need him to have a whole stand-up comedy routine prepared. I need him to make people laugh. And I think that he can provide. He can be that man to like be like the pun bearer. He'll be like, I don't know who this bitch was, but they're dead, so let's celebrate. And then after he says that, after his like closing line, he's like an official but for like a funeral. There's going to be like confetti that comes out of the coffin, and then like really like upbeat like music is going to play, like celebrate good times, and everyone can like converse, but like I don't want Luke Hemmings to converse with the people, okay? He has to go back to the piano and keep on playing the piano part in A Beautiful Dream, and he's not allowed to speak. And then everyone's going to go into a limousine, right? And it's not going to just be like any limousine, but it's going to be a pink limousine. And then, you know how people have like just married, like at the back of like the limousines or like cars? Well, it's going to be like just died. And then all of them, there will be champagne, there will be wine, and yes, Luke Hemmings, you are allowed to go inside the limousine, and you are allowed to have one glass of champagne or wine of your choice, but only one. Only one. You have to realize that you are there for the entertainment. And so then we go into the wake, because like I don't want my funeral ceremony to like drag on. I want it to be short, I want it to be simple, I want it to be fun. I don't want people to get bored or like overstimulated and like think about me dying. I want them to like cherish the memories of me and be like, this bitch is dead, but like we have to live on for them. And so everyone's going to go to the wake, like the reception afterwards, and people are just going to party, you know? I don't know where I want this to be set. Like I either want it to be set in like a nice place, like a really nice place, or a club. Because there will be dancing, there will be strobe lights. I'm sorry to everyone prone to seizures and who have epilepsy or are sensitive to lights. We're here to party, okay? There's going to be a disco ball. There's going to be a fog machine. Again, sorry to anyone who's asthmatic. And then Luke Hemmings is actually going to be the DJ. He's going to be like, is going to switch from him being on the piano to just being like fronting a DJ set. And he's going to just play remixes of songs from his album, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From. Kind of like the Baby Blue copy remix, but it's like that, but with like A Beautiful Dream, you know? And it's going to be like very like lively, but he also has to play like other songs, like mixed in with his album, because like not everything is about him. I want all the bops. I want party rock anthem. I want the Gummy Bear song. I want Man or Muppet. But I also want bad bitch music. I want Prima Donna by Marina and the Diamonds. I want Mitski to also play. Just to like kill the vibe for a moment, you know? People need to be brought back and know why they're there, you know? I want like I Bet on Losing Dogs to play. But there's also just going to be like a lot of girl boss music. For the catering, I want the catering to be good. I want the guests to be eating good, okay? Even Luke Hemmings. He has to go there and he has to be like, this was the best meal I've ever had in my whole entire life. And it was at this random person's funeral. I want the food there to like distract people from what's going on. And I need it to be good. There's also going to be goodie bags. And you think, oh, are you going to put your ashes in those goodie bags? No. Because I want to be composted. Yes. Because I care about the environment. And I want to decompose and then transform into the Whistleman's tree pose. I want to form into a tree. Or a rock. I want to go back into the earth. I want to grow into a pretty orange tree. No, a yam. I want to transform into a yam. But in the goodie bags, there's going to be like arts and crafts. There's going to be like a whole memory booklet. There's going to be, I don't know, bubbles. But in Luke Hemmings' goodie bag, it's actually going to be his check for the night. So you're welcome. You will be paid. If there's like an extra goodie bag, he also might like get that as well. But it depends, you know? It depends if there's an extra one. There will be a cake, and it will be a good cake. But I want the cake to look like a wedding cake. I want it to be like triple tiered. I want it to be like towering over people. And I want people to be like, oh my god. And I also want like a really sad montage of like my life to be projected like at the back of like Luke Hemmings' DJ set. And then at the end of the night, it's going to be like just hard dubstep music as everyone leaves. And then it's going to like, the montage is just going to flip around and go like, the bitch is finally dead. And then after that, the next day, there's going to be a picnic. Only my close friends are allowed there, but also Luke Hemmings. Because I feel like he is like a picnic man, you know? And I feel like he'd be like, I don't know who this bitch is, I don't know who died, but like, I am there for the free food. I am there for like the experience, you know? I am there to like sit down and have a picnic with these people. And I feel like he is allowed. And it's going to be like a picnic at like this very scenic spot. And it's going to be like in this flower field, like on a hill. And it's going to be very aesthetic, and it's going to be nice with like a nice cheese board. I'm sorry to everyone who is lactose intolerant. I'm sorry to my best friend, and I'm also sorry to Luke Hemmings. Is there dairy-free cheese? Does that exist? Let me know. After the picnic, everyone's going to just part their ways. And one last thing I'd like to note is the invitations. The invitations are going to be holographic. They're going to be like holograms. You know, when you open it up and it's just going to be something like projected out, you are invited to a funeral or something like that. But it's going to look more lively. It's going to look more fun with like confetti. It's going to be rainbows. There's going to be like maybe like a dancing man in the corner hitting a jig. How it's going to be delivered, right, is to Luke Hemmings. Is going to be delivered by carrier pigeon. Why? Because he is a sub-guest. He is there for the entertainment. And this bird will fly all the way to his house and then perch on like his window, and then it's going to like knock on the window with its beak, and then he's going to open up the window, and then he's going to notice it. He's going to grab the letter, right? Grab the scroll out of the pigeon's beak, and then he's going to open it, and he's going to be like, oh, like I have to attend. That is his duty. That is his life purpose. For my premium guests, their invitation will be delivered like the Royal Mail. Like, I want it to be like a big thing. Like, there's going to be like a red carpet laid out, and there's going to be a line of like people playing the trumpet and stuff like that, while like a person like walks down the red carpet and then announces it, like, hear ye, the witch is dead. That's how they're going to find out. And that's it.